Hi, Eric Gibaud, ericgibaud.com. I don't know when you see this video, but today for me it's 29th of March 2023, which is the day for the launch of this fantastic K2 filter system by Freewell. It lets you do many things, so we're going to get in detail to explain why that could be the definitive filter kit, and in the way that could be regardless of the lenses you're going to use, or in time, or you want to add filters to the system. So we're going to speak in detail. So let's start. Already reviewed a magnetic system by Freewell, I think a year ago, something like this, and I think it was a great system, but maybe it had the limit that every magnetic or circular system, more than magnetic circular system, have, is when you want to insert or add some graded filters. That's a problem. With this system, they've solved it, and this is why they said this is probably the definite. Well, they say it is the definitive system. I said this is probably the definitive system, okay? And how you can insert anyway some rectangular filters like graded, reverse graded, all this, GND or GND, all this, and special effect filters and mist, all this, or you can insert them in this. So I think this is really interesting, because when we invest money in a filter system, we don't want to change it every time we want to add a new filter, okay? So I think they've made a great job, okay, on this. So I'm going to mount it on the camera so you see how it works, and you see I can insert filters, all this, so it gives you a better idea, okay? But first I'm going to tell you what's in the box, what's in the base box, what comes included. Then after you can add any, well, many, not any, but probably soon any, okay? But right now, many optional filters, okay? So what's included in the base kit? When I say the base kit, I don't mean it is basic and you need to spend more to have more things. I mean, this is the base, this is a house, this is a holder for all your filters, okay? This is what I mean, okay? And in this box, you already get a system that has a hard stop VND from 1 to 5 stops, then a VND 6 to 9 stop, then ND32 slash circular polarizer, and also a circular polarizer on its own, okay? So that means with this, you already have a lot you can do with that. And then if you want, you can add extra filters, whether circular one, magnetic by Freewell, or rectangular. So for rectangular one, they have specific shapes for the system. So this one is the graded filter, for example. Here I've got a mist filter to give this mist effect. Here I've got a blue streak that is to simulate anamorphic lenses, to have a special flare, okay? But as you can see, you will be able to add things on your base, okay? But in case you don't need the extra, because what you have in the base is fine, well, that's fine. You can already do a lot with it, okay? So I'm going to mount it on the camera so you have a look at it, okay? So when you open the box, you see straight away they tell you what's in the box. You have the ring to mount on the lens. It goes from 67 millimeter, but they will have some different sizes also, but the maximum is 82 millimeter, okay? So if your lens is wider than 82 millimeter filter thread, then that's not okay, like most filter system, sadly, but well, that's a big problem when you have massive lenses, okay? But this one is up to 82, okay? Then the system itself, and then some filters, and then the front and back cap, okay? Here you have a small hook or something like to hang on your belt or whatever. I did not use it, that's why it's still packed, okay? Then you have an envelope. In there you will find a microfiber cloth and some guarantees. So you can also, you have instructions to explain. You can get the QR code and register your product, and then you have the information how to use it, okay? Like a small manual. And then here, in there, you have the kit itself. So we're going to have a look at it, okay? So here's the box, really beautiful. The first thing I see is here they have a small, I can hang it with the small system I showed you before, the small, I don't know what you call that. You can clip it to your gear or whatever. The only thing I would have liked is to have a pass-through for belt, okay? Because I've seen it on some system like this now, because the first one I see it like this, okay? But from some filter system I've seen, to pass the belt would have been good, okay? But well, not much of a problem. Then when I open here, this is really beautiful. You see your system is here. When you pull here, you've got the rings, so you can mount the system on your lens. So my first impression is really good. My second is, what do I do if I have rectangle filters? They don't fit here. and then I read the instruction they sent me, the information, and yes, they do have different box. If you have rectangular filter, you could use all together, okay? So that's no worry, okay? So I understand someone who has wants only this base kit doesn't need to have a higher box, okay? So that's fine to me, okay? But the quality is really nice. The box is really solid. Look, I press it, it doesn't fold. I mean, it's really well protected. So for me, 10 out of 10. Really great box, really great protection. So the first thing you need to do is, in my case, I've got a filter thread that is 62 millimeter. This system starts at 67 in that box, but they will have optional mount, okay, not wider than 82, but yes, less than 67, okay. So I've put on 62 to 67, and then I pick the ring that comes in the box and I screw it on it here. That's it, and this is on this ring that the system is going to get stuck on it, okay. So this is that simple, okay, really easy. So here's the system itself. You have a cap on the front, which is magnetic. Okay, so it protects the filters, and in the back is plastic, and here I just have to press these two buttons here, okay? Press it, remove it, and then I can place the system on this, okay? Okay, I press here, and that's it, it's fixed, okay? I can lock it with this screw. I recommend to lock it. Why? Because I remind you there is a CPL in there, so maybe you want to orientate the CPL, the polarizer, circular polarizer, and you want the system to move again, so you just lock it. That's it. That's really easy. That's simple. Okay. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay. There are some small details that show you that it's really well thought. Like here, I don't know if you've practiced making a photography with a graded filter, and you want to make a sunset, for example, and you have the sea level and the horizon. You want it to match exactly the orientation, and sometimes it's not easy to see, okay, because you cut light a lot, sometimes it's hard. Well, here they've put a bubble level, so you know exactly if your system is vertical, and the horizon will match the horizon of the filter. So this is something that sounds stupid, but it's so useful, because there's nothing worse than to have the horizon that is darker on the side than the other one, just because your filters, your graded filter was not properly placed. So great. First we're going to look at this filter, then we'll look at the other one, okay? This one on one side, it is VND from 1 to 5 stops, and you have hard stop. So when I place it right now, here it's placed, okay, let me place it properly. Okay, as you can see, there's a hard stop. I cannot go over 5 stop, and here I cannot go under 1 stop. So you never get into trouble like with cross effect and things like this, okay. So this is on one side. If I reverse it, then this is a CPL. So I adjust my polarizer as I want, okay? So that's really easy. If I can do it, you can do it. And then we're going to have a look at the other filter like this and see what it does, okay? So the other one is on one side, you have 6 to 9 stops. So you place it this way, you will see you have also some hard stop, okay? Let's place it properly, okay? When you place it, you hear it does like click, okay? So now it's from 6 to 9 stop, and the good thing, you cannot go further, so it means you will never get a cross effect, okay? So that's perfect, from 6 to 9. And then if you turn it around, then it's ND32 and CPL. So 5 stops, and you have a polarizer, okay, circular polarizer. So this is really fantastic. So with this base, you already have that, okay? Now let's look at the rest and more options you can do, okay? So what happens if I want to put a rectangular filter? Only in pizza you have a round circular something in a square box, okay? And this, what can you do? Because this is circular, what can you do? Well, that's simple. You open here, and here you have a slot, so you can actually put down in there a square filter. So we're going to have a look at it, but this is so simple. The idea is fantastic. So you can combine both. I love it. So the optional filters, they also come, a rectangular filter, they come in a pouch that is really solid, well protected, okay? So I'm going to open here and here to pass through it. That's simple. Here's a graded filter, okay? I just drop it in the slot in here, okay, and that's it. And I can place it precisely. I can also lock everything here, okay, so it doesn't move, okay, and I place exactly as I want, okay. Remember, there is a bubble level in the back, okay. So this is fantastic because actually this filter, it's smaller than the typical square filter in size. It really allows you to have less space in your bag and still have the same effect. And when it is on an effect filter, not like the graded that you have on horizon to place, then you don't need to open the bottom, okay, because look at the shape, okay. It also comes in the pouch like this. Look at the shape, you just place it in here. This is a mist filter to have this special mystery effect, okay, and that's placed. That's it. That's simple, okay. They also sent me this Trek filter, blue filter, that simulates an anamorphic lens. As you can see, there's a lot of blue stripe in there. Well, I'll just place it in here, okay, and that will make some kind of strange, when there is a point of light, will make like an horizontal blue flare, as if it was anamorphic. But I have many optional filters. I'm not going to tell you all of them, okay. You probably think, yes Eric, that's fine, 1 to 5 stop and 6 to 9, but what if I want to have 16 stops? I want an ND32 or 64 plus an ND1000, okay, 10 stops, okay. Well, no problem. You can add this filter there. They have plenty of filters, like over, yeah, probably more than 20 already for this system, okay? So you add the one you actually need. Maybe you don't want this VND, you want just pure ND filters or whatever, okay? So you have all the options you can imagine. Same thing with the graded filter. They have plenty. They have GND, RGND, different grading, yeah, different grade, everything. So really, there is no limit to your imagination. I think this is why they call it the definitive system, because you can add and tailor-made it to yourself the way you want, according to the kind of picture you make and the use you're going to do with it, okay? So no problem about this. Well, just to make sure you're not worrying about what other filter they have. Right now they have, if we look at GND, they have soft 09, they have hard GND 09, this is what I have. Then they have reverse GND, then they have glow mist, which give a special glow to a point of light from 1/8 to 1/2 graded. Then snow mist from 1/8 to 1/2, and then they have pure ND like ND4, ND8, ND16, ND32, ND64, ND1000. Okay. Then they have UV filter. Then they have you see the blue streak for simulating a blue anamorphic, but they also have a gold streak to do the same thing in a gold look. Okay. Then the adapter to mount the system. I said I have 67 to 82, but they already have 52 mm, 55, 58, 62, 67, 72, 77, 82, plus the two VND we've seen, the 1 to 5 and the 6 to 9. So really, they have plenty and they have more to come. So no worries. From day one, you don't have to wait for a specific ND. They have everything. If you want to place a ND1000 and a CPL, you can do it, okay? So no worry. Okay, I know you worry. What's the point of having a great filter system if the quality of the filter is no good? So this is a big question. Are these filters good? Well, I had the kit for over 2 months now. I've been using it, although I could not say it because I was under contract, no divulgation agreements. I could not tell anything. Probably you've seen some of my pictures I've made with it, okay? I must say two things I like, okay? The ND used the true color system. It means you don't really have a color shift. It's true that when you use ND, normally you should have no shift at all. But I did not notice something really strong. So when you make photography, that's not really a problem. If there was a shift, you can always correct in post-production. But in video, yes, that would be a problem, because if I do some kind of panning, playing with VND at the same time, and then it goes from cool to warm, that would be a problem. I did not notice anything really strong. So I think this is good, okay? And regarding the Polarizer, quality was really nice. Didn't have crazy corners or strange things. So really, for me, the quality meets the requirement with a system that good, okay? The system is one thing, the quality is another. So in this case, I think both they go in the same direction. So really happy with it. When you use a polarizer, use it to eliminate reflection. Many people think of water, but it's not just water, it's also trees and vegetation, everything, except metal. I don't know why, don't ask me why it doesn't work on metal. It never worked on metal, I don't know why, okay, don't ask me, okay? But on glass it does work all this. So when it cuts reflection, obviously less light will reach your sensor or your film, it means that if you have less light, you lose on exposure, okay? So the more it will cut, the more effective it works. It means the more it eliminates reflection, okay? It's really an efficient circular polarizer. It really cuts a lot, okay? So that's, in my opinion, really good, okay? So my conclusion, well, I could spend hours showing you possibilities, what you can do with this, all that. But what's important is the quality of the filters. I already knew these filters because I've used their filters in another kit before. The quality is really good. I think it's really recommendable. And this system is really a revolution, as you can mix a square filter, rectangle filter, and circular filters. I think this is really good. Many possibilities. So is it the definitive filter system? Well, it depends more on you than on them, okay? So if you feel this is something you would like to have, they always work in the way of a subscription. You actually, there is a launch, they've done that for many years. They use Indiegogo, so I'll leave you a link in the description on how you can get there. There is a really good price for a launch. So if you feel this kit is for you, run to subscribe now to the system, okay? So you will get the best price. And regarding price, yeah, it's not the cheapest thing you can ever imagine. Obviously, this is a top quality, so it's not the cheapest price, but still, this is about 50% of the price of a screw filter that would offer all these possibilities if you had all these circular polarizer, this size, all this, that would be about twice the price than what they asked for. Okay, so I think the price is good, the quality is good. I invite you to check the link and see for yourself. They have even more explanation there on their Indiegogo page. Okay, so thank you so much, Freewell, for counting on me to present this product and try it for a couple of months now. I know it's brilliant because I've used it, I love it. And thank you to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Small button down here is a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, you can leave a comment below. I'll also leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links of everything I've reviewed by K&F Concept, Sandmarc, and Flashes by Westcott, and more affiliated links, and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much, please take care of yourself, and see you soon. Bye!